What if I told you that one of the most powerful secrets to a stronger, more reliable erection wasn't in a pill, wasn't a complicated procedure, but was right here in the palm of your hand? It sounds almost too simple to be true, but the science behind it is absolutely fascinating and robust. I'm Dr. Rena Malik, urologist and pelvic surgeon. And today we're going to talk about the surprising science-backed link between your hand strength and your erection quality, and how a simple exercise you can do anywhere, even while watching TV, can make a huge difference in your vascular health and performance in the bedroom. Let's start with a really interesting fact. In the world of medicine, we are constantly looking for biomarkers. These are measurable indicators of some biological state or condition. For example, high blood pressure is a biomarker for cardiovascular risk. Well, one of the most powerful and predictive biomarkers for overall health longevity and cardiovascular disease is something you might never expect: your grip strength. This isn't just a fun fact for the gym. This is a profound insight into your body's overall function. A landmark study published in The Lancet, one of the world's most prestigious medical journals, demonstrated this clearly. It was a massive study called the PURE study, which stands for Prospective Urban-Rural Epidemiology. They looked at nearly 140,000 adults across 17 countries and followed them for 4 years. What they found was staggering. Grip strength was a stronger predictor of all-cause death, cardiovascular death, heart attack, and stroke than even systolic blood pressure. For every 5 kilogram or about 11-pound decrease in grip strength, there was a 16% increased risk of dying from any cause. So what does this have to do with erections everything? Your grip strength is like the check engine light for your entire body, and specifically for your cardiovascular system. A weak grip often signals a weaker system, overall less muscle mass, and poorer vascular function. And what is an erection if not a purely vascular event? It's all about blood flow. When your cardiovascular system is healthy, robust, and efficient, it's able to deliver blood effectively to every part of your body, including your penis. When that system is compromised, the penis is often one of the first places you see the negative effects, because the arteries that supply blood to it are so small and sensitive to damage. To really understand this, let's quickly review the basic mechanics of an erection. An erection starts with a signal from your brain, travels down your spinal cord to the nerves in your pelvis. But that signal is just the beginning. The real magic happens in your blood vessels. This nerve signal triggers the release of a crucial molecule called nitric oxide inside the penis. Now let's get into the heart of the matter, the single most important layer of your entire circulatory system, the endothelium. I want you to think of your entire vascular system, all 60,000 miles of arteries, veins, and capillaries, as a massive network of garden hoses. The endothelium is the super thin, incredibly delicate inner lining of every single one of those hoses. When you're young and healthy, that lining is perfectly smooth, slick, and non-stick like a brand new Teflon pan. Blood flows through it effortlessly. A healthy endothelium is flexible and dynamic. It can expand and contract to control blood flow and blood pressure. And most importantly, it's the factory that produces that magical molecule we just mentioned, nitric oxide. Nitric oxide is the ultimate vasodilator. That's a fancy term for a substance that relaxes or widens blood vessels. Think of nitric oxide as the traffic controller for your blood flow. When your brain sends an arousal signal, the endothelium in the arteries of your penis gets the message and starts pumping out nitric oxide. This nitric oxide tells the smooth muscle cells in the artery walls to relax. As they relax, the arteries widen dramatically, allowing a surge of blood to rush into the penis, filling the spongy tissues called the corpus cavernosa and causing an erection. Without a healthy, responsive endothelium, you can't produce enough nitric oxide. Without enough nitric oxide, your blood vessels can't relax and open up properly. No blood flow, no erection. It's that simple. Conditions that damage the endothelium, like high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, and smoking, are the primary causes of erectile dysfunction. The endothelium becomes stiff, inflamed, and sticky, more like a rusty old clogged up pipe than a smooth, flexible hose. So here's the million-dollar question. How does squeezing a ball in your hand improve the function of the endothelium in your penis? The answer lies in a specific type of exercise, isometric exercise. Isometric exercise is a type of strength training where the angle of the joint and the length of the muscle don't change during contraction. Think about pushing against a wall or holding a plank position, or in this case, squeezing a hand gripper and holding that squeeze. For decades, we've known that aerobic exercise like running and cycling is fantastic for cardiovascular health. We also know that traditional weightlifting is great, but more recently, research has highlighted the unique and powerful benefits of isometric exercise, especially for vascular health. A major 2023 meta-analysis published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine looked at 270 randomized controlled trials involving over 15,000 participants. They wanted to see what type of exercise was best for lowering blood pressure. The winner, it wasn't running or lifting, it was isometric exercise like wall sits, and you guessed it, isometric hand grip training. Here's why it works. When you squeeze a gripper and hold it, you are temporarily compressing the blood vessels in your forearm. Your blood pressure in that arm momentarily spikes. When you release the grip, blood comes rushing back into the area. This process creates what's called shear stress on the walls of your blood vessels. Shear stress is the friction or force of the blood flowing against that endothelial lining. Now, this might sound like a bad thing, but it's actually a wonderful, healthy stimulus. This shear stress is a signal to the endothelial cells. It tells them, hey, we need to handle more blood flow. In response, the endothelial cells adapt by becoming more efficient at producing nitric oxide. The enzyme that creates nitric oxide, called nitric oxide synthase, gets upregulated, meaning your body makes more of it and it works better. Here's the most important part. This effect is not just local, it doesn't just happen in your forearm. Performing this type of exercise triggers a systemic or body-wide improvement in endothelial function. Think about it this way: when you do a set of heavy squats, you're obviously training your leg muscles, but your heart has to beat faster and your lungs have to work harder to support that effort. The benefits, a stronger heart and better lung capacity, affect your entire body, not just your legs. Isometric hand grip training is like a targeted workout for your entire vascular system. By creating these cycles of pressure and release, you are essentially training your endothelium, all 60,000 miles of it, to be more responsive and to produce more nitric oxide on demand. And when your entire vascular system gets better at producing nitric oxide, the blood vessels in your penis get better at it too. You are fundamentally improving the underlying machinery required for a strong erection. You're not just trying to force blood into the penis with a pill. You are restoring the natural healthy function of your blood vessels so they can do their job properly. So how do you actually do this? It's incredibly simple. You don't need a gym membership or expensive equipment. All you need is either a simple stress ball or, for a more structured approach, an adjustable hand gripper, which you can find online for very cheap. Here's the protocol that has been used in many clinical studies and has been shown to be effective. It's often called the 30-30-30 protocol. First, you need to determine your maximum grip strength. Squeeze the gripper as hard as you possibly can for a few seconds. That's your 100% max voluntary contraction, or MVC. If you're using an adjustable gripper, find the setting that you can just barely close. Now the workout itself. The goal is not to squeeze at 100%. The magic happens at a lower intensity. You will perform a series of isometric contractions. For each repetition, you will squeeze the gripper at 30% of your maximum strength. It's a moderate squeeze, not an all-out effort. You will hold that 30% squeeze for 2 minutes. Then you will rest for 2 to 3 minutes. You repeat this cycle 4 times. So that's 4 2-minute holds with a 2 to 3 minute rest in between. And you do this with one hand, then switch to the other hand. The entire session takes about 30 minutes. The recommendation for most studies is to do this workout 3 times per week on non-consecutive days. Consistency is key. The benefits to your blood pressure and endothelial function build up over time. Studies typically show significant improvements after about 8 to 10 weeks of consistent training. A few important points. This is not bodybuilding for your forearms. We are not trying to create massive Popeye arms. We are training the vascular system, so squeezing harder is not better. Stick to the 30-50% intensity range. The goal is vascular conditioning, not muscular hypertrophy. Also, please remember to breathe. A lot of people have a tendency to hold their breath during isometric exercises, which can cause an unsafe spike in blood pressure. Breathe normally and consistently throughout the hold. And of course, it's crucial to put this into the proper context. Is training your hands with a gripper a magic bullet that will cure all cases of erectile dysfunction overnight? No, of course not. But it is a simple, evidence-based, and surprisingly powerful tool to add to your arsenal. It works because it directly targets the root cause of most erection issues, poor vascular health. This should be part of a holistic approach. You still need to focus on a healthy diet, getting regular aerobic exercise, managing your stress, getting enough sleep, and maintaining a healthy weight. But think of hand grip training as a biohack. It's a highly efficient way to specifically train and improve the function of your endothelium, which amplifies the benefits of all those other healthy lifestyle choices. It's the tide that lifts all boats. A healthier vascular system means better blood flow to your heart, your brain, and yes, your penis. So the next time you're sitting on the couch watching a movie or even sitting in a long meeting, you could be doing one of the most effective exercises for improving your blood pressure and by extension your erectile function. It's discreet, it's easy, and the science behind it is incredibly solid. The strength in your hand truly is a reflection of the strength of your entire body. To summarize, we've learned that grip strength is a scientifically validated biomarker for your overall cardiovascular health. A weak grip can be an early warning sign of systemic issues that often lead to erectile dysfunction. The reason for this connection is the health of your vascular system, specifically the inner lining called the endothelium, which produces the nitric oxide necessary for an erection. By performing simple isometric hand grip exercises, you stimulate your endothelium throughout your entire body to become more efficient at producing nitric oxide. This improves overall vascular function, lowers blood pressure, and directly enhances the blood flow mechanism required for strong, reliable erections. If you found this helpful, you'll probably enjoy my video on the best foods to eat to naturally increase nitric oxide production. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to subscribe and share this channel with your friends. And let me know in the comments what you want to learn about next. And as always, remember to take care of yourself because you're worth it.